Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Code Peterson tutorial. This is another GB Studio demonstration, and this one came from a comment section, either from one of my videos or from one of my posts, but it was asked, can you show us the different ways we can add various animation states to our platformer game? So maybe you want there to be a different animation when the character is running, or a different animation for when the character is gliding as opposed to just using the jumping animation, and even a ducking animation. We're going to look at that a little bit and see if there's a way where we can kind of add that element to this game. So let's go ahead and begin. As you can see, I'm using a previous tutorial from my platformer where we used Mickey Mouse and making a Steamboat Willie themed game. And if you want, you can go back and check that video out on my tutorial to see where we got here. It's not really necessary, but I do have that on there. And also showing you how I made some of those early image sprites and the tiles for the tile map, in case you're wondering where we came up with if you're new to this channel. Otherwise, basically what I did was I went into a sprite and I added a new running animation part for this and a new jumping versus gliding and the ducking part on here. All of those elements I just created in here and exported it to a sprite sheet, so you can see we have this new animation where Mickey's standing in one place but you don't see the eyes. We have our walking and our climbing. This one we still haven't really used for anything, but I kept it on the sprite sheet. Our Mickey running, kind of coyote style with the cloud underneath. Mickey jumping, instead of just using one of these sprites, I wanted a separate jumping animation and a gliding animation, and then a ducking state here for us even. So that should work for this. I'm going to minimize that. I basically went into there, and then if we go up here in GB Studio and go to sprites, I just clicked and dragged that mouse hyphen sheet into here, and you can see this is set up as a platform player with flipping right to create left facing frames activated, and animation. Here we have idle right, and you'll notice I have a lot of frames in here. All of these are the same, they're just this frame, but you'll notice the last frame, the eyes are not there. So that way, if Mickey's stationary for a long time, he can blink. Maybe not the most like efficient way to do an animation for this, but I just wanted that as an example. If I were to redo it, maybe I would have done something where Mickey, every other frame, Mickey's foot is lifting up and going down, like he's tapping his foot, waiting for you to control him to move him through the level. But that's the idle right. Moving right is the exact same we used before. It just goes through these frames that loop through to give Mickey our walking animation. For the jump, I changed that with these two. So basically, just Mickey's kind of more jumping vertically in the air, and his ears and tail are kind of fluttering through the wind. And then climbing we have on here, which is the same. But what if we wanted to have something different when Mickey's running? We want an actual running animation. Well, we just go down here to animations and click the plus, and it gives us a new state. And I right click on it, rename it, and I'll call this one running. And then with that selected, make sure we go over here to the right hand side, and don't forget to switch that animation type to platformer and have that checked. And if we go in here, I'm going to select the two halves of that and then go up here and click it in there. And I'm going to add a new frame. I'm going to put this here. Now, you probably only need this for the moving right frame, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put it in all of these frames. We can always erase them later if we want to. All right, and climbing can do the same thing in here. All right, we have our running animation done. Then we just need to add another state, and this one is going to be Mickey gliding. So I'll right click and rename this one gliding, and make sure that this is a platformer as well. And this one's only 1 frame, so we don't have to worry about it. It just has his arms and legs kind of spread out, and tails kind of looks like it's floating up. It's pretty easy. All right, and those are our main animations on here. Now, one of the requests was, can we have Mickey duck? And we can, we just have to go around this a little bit differently. Now, we can use this and we could go and make a new animation in here. But if we go in here and we do that, because the purpose of ducking is to change the size of the hitbox, you can change your collision bounding box images here on this, but you'll notice like when you change it, it's going to hold true for all of these animations. So this one over here, I could make it half the size and change the y coordinates and the height value, but then it's going to make that change to the rest of these. So basically what I need to do is go to this. I have the same uh, sprite here that I just cropped out from the rest, and I'm calling this one mouse-sheet-duck, so I know that it's separate. And if I click and drag that over here, and then I go to that, now I can go to platform player and make sure it's flipped right for that. And I'm going to put this in all of those squares. So technically this is its own character. And maybe one day GB Studio will make it where there is a way to duck and to add this in there. That would be a pretty awesome feature if that's possible. All right, now we have this on here, but we need to make it to where Mickey won't be injured if like a bullet was flying up here or a fireball or something. So we can go here to height and change this down to 8 or whatever you want it to be. And then I want to move that down here. So if whatever is flying, if it hits the top of Mickey's ears, you know, it's not going to be we're not going to be losing a life for that. That's just, but if you really want it to be closer, you can make the height be a little bit taller. I just think it would be easier to work in terms of 8 for that. So that is there. Now, if I look at the rest of these, you can see these values are the same, 080808. But if I go up here to the mouse-sheet and I click through all of these, those are all 816. So it just you can do this, it just has to be its own separate item in there. All right, we're good with that part. Let's save. And then we'll go back to Game World. If we try this out, Mickey can run around or walk around, and you can see that jumping animation. I think works a little better for our jump there. And that looks pretty good. Now, if we go up here to this drop-down menu and we go to settings, and then we go down to platformer, this is where we can change some of these. So if we go here to falling animation state, I just have it as default here, but you could have a different animation state there if you want. I'm going to use a separate one for gliding, which is going to be a little bit different than falling. So that's kind of why I'm doing that a little bit different. On here, we have enable feature run. Make sure that's checked if you want to be able to run. And then we just click on this and we find our mouse hyphen sheet, and then we can choose which one we want. So I'm going to select my running on there. And then running style instant, however you want those settings to be. And you can kind of look, I do have a tutorial where we play with these settings a little bit more, so that could be helpful if you haven't checked that one out yet. For the feature to jump, we're using our default jump, so we don't have to worry about that. That's kind of a little less work for us right there. But then when we go through and go to float, make sure that that is checked for active, and it'll give you these options. And I'm going to select my gliding and have that there. And as you can see, mine is just hold jump to float. And then we have climbing animation can be the same because it's not going to really be different in either way. And then we have enable features knockback. You can actually not use knockback on platform, I don't believe. I think it has to be on the adventure mode. So that's if you get hit by a character and you want to get knocked back or whatever. That does not give you those options on platform, unless I'm wrong. I might be wrong. If I am, just let me know in the comments and set me straight on that. And I think we have all of those on the right settings now. So now we're going to go back here to Game World. And if you don't have all those options in there, you might need to update your GB Studio. I'll make sure to put this in the description too. I didn't mention it at the beginning, but this is using 4.3.2. But those features have been out for a few releases now. But just to show you, at the time of this tutorial, 4.3.2 was relatively new when it was coming out, but it should work in the previous one as well. Let's try this now. Let's push this here. So we have Mickey here. We're jumping. Now when I'm holding, you can see he switches to that. If I let go and then press it again, we still have that glide on there. I think that works pretty well. And again, you might want a different animation when he's just falling down. Sometimes I think it can be a little too complex, but if you can find that right balance of these, it just adds a little more life to your character on there. When he's holding still, you can see he's blinking. We have that on there. And then if we want to run, which is using the B button, or on mine, I have it set up for X on the keyboard. We have that mean looking running animation on there. I think that's kind of cool. Now on this one, by default, it's setting up where you're holding it down and it's instant on there. But I don't really dislike that either. It's kind of like he's thinking about it and then he's going. But you can change those settings and make that however you want that to be. Now for the ducking part of this. You'll notice that there wasn't something in there that said duck in that settings. So we have to do that here in kind of the coding area. So for allowing our character to duck, I'm going to select scene 1 here, and then over here on the right hand side where we have on init, and you're going to add an event, and you're going to search for attach timer script. You can see I already have mine on here, and I'm going to call this one timer 1. And for the time interval, this is where you're going to have to kind of play around with it, because I think if it's too short of a time and it's ticking too many times, it might lag your game a little bit. But I'm going to start off with 0.5 because you'll get the idea of what we're doing here. And if there's a better way that you know how to do this, again, share that with us in the comments. This is just the best way that I could find to make this work. But we have time interval 0.5 seconds, and then I'm going to say on tick. And then in here, I'm going to search for button, and I'm going to go if button held. And you'll see here it says on tick, if A, B held. We'll unclick A and B and we'll select down. And if that's true, then I'm going to go down here to add event. We're searching for player. And we're going to set player sprite sheet. And you'll remember we want to click that and we want to choose the mouse -sheet to -duck or whatever you chose to name yours. We're going to have that on there. And then we're going to say else. And then in the false area, don't forget to click that little down arrow and make sure it says false here. Don't type it in this area. We're going to add an event. And then we are going to set player sprite sheet. And we're going to go back to mouse -sheet button. All right. Now if we save and we try this, we have our character. I'm pressing down and Mickey is ducking. When I let go, then he goes back up. Now it's not always going to be instantly because it's checking every 0.5 seconds. But for the most part on here, I think that is going to work pretty well for this. And there we have it for our game. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is this helpful? What are some different animation states you've created with your character? I'd love to know how you're incorporating this into your game. And again, especially if you have a way to do it that's better than how I showed, I would love to hear it because that's how we all get better is when we all learn from each other on here. As always, thank you all for being awesome and for checking out this video. I really appreciate it, and I sure hope we catch you on our next video.